This is the office of the Kurdish security agency near the town of Bazian, one of many government buildings set ablaze by angry protesters in Iraq's northern Sulaymaniyah province. It's a defiant show of dissent in a region where security forces use deadly force against anti-government demonstrators. Many here are afraid to show their faces on camera in fear of being targeted.
We don't have no money, we don't have no work, we don't have no food. We're not going to stop this till we're going to remove this government. They kill our people, they kill 3 innocent people. They're shooting us, they're killing us for nothing.
In nearby Chamchamal town, mourners gathered to pay their respects to the family of 23-year-old Adham YAHYA, shot dead on Monday by security forces who opened fire at demonstrators.
At sunset, we went to our brother's shop on the main street. He didn't participate in the protests, but then the armed men of the Kurdish Democratic Party opened fire at the protesters and he died.
The protests began over the non-payment of government salaries, but have spilled into broader anger at the ruling parties in the semi-autonomous Kurdish region.
In Chamchamal, the situation is very bad. Yeah, there's no have electricity, no have water, no have nothing. There's no security. All is mafia. Everywhere in Kurdistan, North Iraq, is all is mafia.
The unrest comes amid a deepening fiscal crisis brought about by a decline in global oil prices, which has exposed long-lasting structural problems.
The first factor in the recurring crisis that we have in Kurdistan region is the corruption, the lack of transparency in Kurdistan region, the illegal taking of financial benefits from the public's coffer.
The Kurdish regional government is supposed to get a share of the central government's budget to cover public sector salaries, but Baghdad has refused to pay up because the region is selling its oil independently rather than through the central government. Kurdish politicians say they are being denied a constitutional right.
There is a constitution in place and let it be the judge between us and Iraq. Therefore, this issue should be resolved within the framework of the constitution. But the Iraqi government owes the Kurdistan region billions of dollars.
The drop in oil prices has shifted attention to non-oil revenues like customs duties. Every year, billions of dollars in goods enter Iraq from Turkey via this border crossing in the Kurdish region. But some say much of the customs revenue is siphoned into private pockets. In October, the government implemented a new system to automate financial reporting to boost transparency. For years, the federal government of Iraq and the regional government of Kurdistan have quarreled over how to share revenues. In August, they agreed to split customs revenues from border posts like these, but since then, new political tensions have hampered the implementation of that deal. The latest demonstrations have put pressure on the Kurdistan regional government to agree to Baghdad's terms to release the budget. But the people protesting now are not just unpaid public servants. They are youth who feel they have no prospects and little to lose. Simona, Foltyn, Al Jazeera in the Kurdish region of northern Iraq.